When you have a virus, if you're going to manipulate it in a way to make it a dangerous virus.
People have accused you of, getting all sorts of money from pharma and this, that, and the other thing. You have been offered money.
A villain, Dr. Anthony Fauci. Dr. John LeBour starts at the beginning.
So you had to settle for medicine.
So I said, let me just settle for science, whatever. That would get me $5, $6, $7 million a year. So,
in his new memoir, On Call, Dr. Fauci's career has been bookended by the two great pandemics of our time, AIDS and COVID-19.
Federal health officials consider it an epidemic, yet you rarely hear a thing about it.
When it first widely appeared in the early 1980s, a diagnosis of HIV/AIDS was a death sentence. He established the NIH's Vaccine Research Center that laid the groundwork for the record-breaking development of COVID vaccines during the Trump administration.
President Trump had a press conference and he said, things have changed and the CDC is now recommending that people wear masks.
right.
And then he added,
this is voluntary. I don't think I'm going to be doing it.
I was deeply disturbed by that because masks are going to protect me and protect others.
As the country's willingness to follow public health advice largely split along party lines, Dr. Fauci came under attack.
Do the American people deserve to be abused like that, Mr. Fauci? Because you're not doctor, you're Mr. Fauci in my few minutes.
Earlier this month, Dr. Fauci was called before a Republican-led congressional committee to discuss pandemic origins and preparedness.
What this committee should be doing, we should be recommending you to be prosecuted.
One of the deepest points of controversy is the still unknown origin of SARS-CoV-2.
The media, you have been lying to the American people long enough.
Because the NIH has funded research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology in China.
what?
There are accusations that American tax dollars could have paid to create SARS-CoV-2 through genetic manipulation, what's called gain of function.
Isn't really the issue behind all of this controversy that those coronaviruses, the ones that were funded by the NIH, were somehow fiddled with to turn it into the virus that causes COVID-19?
When you have a virus, if you're going to manipulate it in a way to make it a dangerous virus, the viruses that were studied under the NIH grant for the kinds of experiments that were done.
Right, which the public doesn't know that.
The public doesn't know what would take 20 years of evolution. What we're talking about is what the NIH funded. I keep an open mind as to what the origin is.
COVID origins aside, Dr. Fauci has been subjected to other accusations.
People have accused you of, getting all sorts of money from pharma and this, that, and the other thing. You have been offered money.
That would get me $5, $6, $7 million a year. So
Any regrets?
no. I mean, when you say regrets, any regrets of what I did, my choices, no.
What this committee should be doing, we should be recommending you to be prosecuted.